What is up, YouTube? It's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome back to Movies with Numbers in the title. And this is a big movie that came out in 2011 that was not well received by critics, and it bombed. And I think it could have been had a lot of potential to be a franchise, but it came out in February, and this is before the Hunger Games came out, so it wasn't. It was a gamble to do a young adult novel or whatever, or sci-fi novel into a movie, and that is I Am Number Four. So there's the number right there, four. Now, this movie I had a lot of fun with when I saw in the theater back in 2011. It was a film that came out. This is when the MCU was starting to get going. They just Iron Man 2 had just come out, and Thor was coming out a few months later. And well, this movie came out of nowhere, and it surprised me. I didn't hate it. A lot of critics hated it, saying it's a ripoff of like X-Men and Twilight and a bunch of other stuff. But I like the film. I do have my problems with it, and you'll know why. But there's a lot of positives in the movie. I like the action sequences. I think DJ Caruso's a good director. He did Disturbia. I enjoy that movie with Shia LaBeouf. As crazy as he is, that movie is basically a younger version of it's a more modern version of Rear Window, which it's not a remake. It's its own thing. And it was good. And I like this film as well. He knows how to direct action. You can see what's going on. I think the special effects are really well done for 2011. There were definitely worse films out there, and I would say this: I'd rather watch this than freaking Rogue One or Force Awakens. There, I said it, because this movie didn't have a cast that completely sucked or bored me to death. There's one actor that I didn't care for, but I'll get to that. Now, the story is basically these alien beings with hands that glow. They're trying these shark vampire things. One of them is played by Kevin Durant. Is trying to find them so they can execute every last one of them. Basically, kind of like Superman or Man of Steel, but done correctly without the freaking without the flashbacks and too many bullshit storylines going on and bad CG throughout it. But I'm not going to get into that. I've already ranted on Man of Steel. But this is a fun movie. Like, I like the premise. It's not that girly. The romance is pretty good. I like Alex Pettyfer. Yes, I know he's a Brit. I know. I'm gonna kick myself in the morning. But this guy wasn't in 15 movies in the last 10 years. He's not like the hobo who is going to get 18 movies next year, and I don't care a lick. He surprised me in this movie. I liked him as a lead character, number four. He's a very likable character. He has development for the most part. Um, his name is John Smith because he doesn't have an official name. His real name is number four, but he calls himself John Smith. He's a good character. Diana Agron, this is the girl from, right here. This girl right here. She's from Glee. I never watched Glee, but I think she's a beautiful girl, and she has nice chemistry with Alex Pettyfer. The romance isn't completely soulless like in Twilight, which bothered the piss out of me because Kristen Stewart and Robert Pattinson did nothing for me. At least Alex Pettyfer doesn't sparkle in the sun, and he's not pale as a ghost. And the movie looks good. It doesn't look like a shitty direct-to-video film. And also, Timothy Olyphante's there. I like Kevin Durant as the villain. Callan McLaughlin, he's an Australian actor. He's pretty good. He has some decent scenes with action sequences like, oh, I play Xbox. And I was like, that was fun. Also, he has a dog that turns into this giant alien creature. There will be spoilers here in this review, so just be warned. And he has its moments, and I have a dog, so I know what that feels like. And the film is fast-paced. It's like 109 minutes. It goes by quick. Now, I do have my problems. This girl is not freaking good. Teresa Palmer, I've never liked this actress. Don't tell me why. You guys know exactly why. She's foreign, she's boring, and she looks like a freaking blonde Kristen Stewart with her accent that just, she's a ripoff of like three other characters in the movie. One of them is Invisible Woman. And the freaking, she doesn't do anything in the film. She appears twice in the beginning. She blows up a house, and she's hiding from the authorities, and then she appears out of nowhere to help number four. And number six just did nothing for me. She's a horribly written character, another SJW character with fan fiction powers and bullshit that will make Daisy Ridley cream her pants. And I didn't buy her. I just didn't. I'm like, fuck you. You're not a good character. I already got a girl, Diana Agron. I don't need another one. She just brings the film down to a halt. Some people thought she was badass. I didn't. I saw nothing. It's a reason she hasn't done anything big in a long time. I mean, she did Warm Bodies, for crying out loud. Warm Bodies. Sorry, that's not for me. I gave up after Twilight, but she's a big step down from the movie. I thought she was not needed. Get this Invisible Woman knockoff out of my face with her bullshit superpowers. But like I said, the visual effects are done by ILM, which is, the same guys that did Star Wars, the original Star Wars. And like I said, she's the problem. And of course, there's cliches. There's a romance. He's in high school, and she spots him, and they talk and everything. It's basically, some teen drama in there. But after that, you get some fun action sequences, and the film has a fast pace, and it goes by quick, and it's not that painful. Just Teresa Palmer, just got on my face, please. You can't act. You're just a blonde Kristen Stewart with the accent that gets on my nerves. The only one that I like that has an accent like that, mostly female, is Mia Wasikowska or Kate Blanchett. Male wise, Chris Hemsworth. That's a very small list. There's also a couple here and there, but you are nothing to me, Teresa Palmer. There's a reason you didn't take off after this. You did Warm Bodies and a bunch of other stuff that I didn't care about, and just nothing. Her and Abby Cornish, just not a fan of those two women. They can go back to the down under where they belong. But the rest of the cast is fine. I like the film. I think it's underrated. It didn't deserve to bomb. X-Men First Class made more than this, and that's a boring, actionless freaking prequel to the X-Men. I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard that it's too much talking and there's not enough action. This has a ton of action in it, and it's well done. Despite number 6, you can cross her out. These two are the only ones that matter to me in the main cast. And like I said, good special effects, good directing by DJ Caruso, decently written, fast paced. It looks good. It's not an ugly, out of focus film like some of the things I see today. And I will say this: this would have been a summer movie if it hadn't come out in February. It's just there were 2 Marvel movies that year and X-Men, so it didn't stand a chance. But I still think it's a fun movie. Watch it, turn your brain off, get some popcorn and a soft drink, and just have a good time. Don't think of it as, it's just Twilight with aliens or whatever. No, that's the host, or Fifth Wave. That's Twilight with aliens. And it's got a cool looking Blu-ray and a DVD as well. My sister got this a long time ago. It's her film, but I got it for her because I thought this movie was very overlooked. A good guy on YouTube, his name is Good Bad Flicks. He talked about this movie a long time ago when he did, I think, a Netflix, movies to watch on Netflix video, whatever. And he said that this was one of them, and it's a fun movie. It is. It's underrated, and it has a number in it, 4, which is a cool number. And and yes, Michael Bay produced it. I know, but he's a better producer when he's doing something different than Ninja Turtles and Transformers and freaking all this other bullshit that he does. I like this movie. I liked Project Almanac. And, Benghazi, even though I'm not interested, it's not going to be any worse than Transformers Last Night. I'd rather watch this over any of the Transformers movie Michael Bay did. I'm going to be dead honest. Those movies are too freaking long, too much focus on the humans, and they're boring as hell. The movies has action sequences that go on way too long, and the 5th movie looks like shit. I was getting nauseous in the theater seeing that trailer. At least episode 8, I left. I didn't even bother watching the trailer. But that Last Night, my stomach was hurting. This didn't lie. The trailer was pretty badass. I liked the film. It didn't disappoint me like Sucker Punch. Fuck you, Zack Snyder, for that. This movie was way better. At least it gave me what I wanted. Yeah, it has a shitty fan fiction SJW female character that I didn't like, but hey, she's not in the film that much. There's a huge chunk where she's not in it, and I'm fine. The villain has more screen time than her. Kevin Durant's shark-faced vampire thing. That was fine. Give me what I want. Give me some spectacle and at least 2 decent characters, and I'll be on board. And I like the film. It's a film that even my friend Sean has probably never heard of. Yeah, it's obscure, but it has a number in it, so it's part of this series. And I'm not just going to review sequels. That would be too easy. Then it'd be sequel month, and this is not sequel month. It's movies with numbers in the title. If it's a sequel, okay, but if it's not a sequel as a number, it qualifies, and this one definitely does. Fun movie. Definitely underrated. Deserved a lot better, in my opinion. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you leave your comments and see your thoughts on this movie. I like it. I don't love it to death, but I do like it, and it's a breath of fresh air compared to some of the crap we got in the last 6 years. That is a promise. But anyway, thanks for watching. Take care.